game 5 set or anything like that. This is a, or sorry, 2-0. I think it was before it was best of 5. But yeah, definitely going to be a tricky spot. But this is also something, you know, Pink Fresh has probably been thinking about a whole bunch since then, trying to figure out what is the adaptation, how do I deal with this character next time. So
I meant to ask Pink afterwards, because Pink usually has some really good insight on the players that he plays and thoughts, right? Like immediately after set, he'll have some really good insight on everything. So I would love to talk to him after this whole event is over, just to hear his thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you're seeing these characters that you do not see very often, and a lot of folks don't really know the character they're dealing with as well as they'd like to. But if you can understand the player well enough, that is enough.
Absolutely. Speaking here, Creepooba, oh, beautiful Nair off stage for really excels. Which, speaking of that, we haven't talked enough about that. We do have a Ridley here in Grand Finals, which I always find exceptional. MDVA having a few Ridleys doing well recently. I think finally seeing the strength of the character, but unfortunately, also seeing some of the weaknesses as well.
Yeah.
The recovery pretty exploitable.
You know, these characters, these two, you know, this is almost karma. Both these characters excel at walling folks off stage and can find some like really early kills off of that just because of how oppressive they can be in that regard. And now they're doing it to each other. It's a situation where they can really, once one of them is off stage, that's the first thing the other one's doing, and that's anytime anyone's even 4 feet off stage, that's stock potential. Yep.
I mean, you know, there's a whole meme that, oh, you know, Ridley couldn't be in Smash because Ridley's too big. And then once Ridley's in Smash, Sakura is just like, okay, bet, we can do anything. And then they looked at Mim and they're just like, yeah, make him this long. Yeah. Like half the stage. I don't care. No such thing as too big.
Nope. That all the rules have gone out the window at this. There were rules at one point in time. They're gone now.
Yeah. We don't care. We really don't care anymore. Our both competitors playing very patiently. Creepooba also finding, you know, how to get in on Mim and just kind of jumping in above her, which works out to an extent, but once Pink Fresh is like waiting for that, you can only get so much.
Yeah, and Pink Fresh maybe getting a little antsy at the up smash there. Did get caught. That back throw is going to kill on ledge. Doesn't even need to set up for a combo at 143. That is just going to take a stock.
Yeah, Mim is back to one that I tend to forget about every once in a while. It just doesn't seem like a character that would have a kill throw, and then he just comes out. You get pile driven into the ground. It's like, oh, I'm dead. All right. All right, good catches here with those aerials.
Yeah, and Ridley being a larger body, a little difficult to get in. That's the upgraded laser online off of that grab, and Creepooba's off stage. This could be it.
Ooh, wow. Beautiful play, just making sure that Creepooba never able to get back to stage.
And the upgraded laser didn't even play a factor there. Just the dragon, the blunt force of the dragon arm alone taking the stock. But still, you know, something you're thinking about that whole time. It's you don't have the option to say dropping off the ledge and trying to jump over when that powered up laser is there that can rip a stock away.
It's just that fear sometimes, you know, especially, hey, this is relevant too. We have that Little Mac, Little Mac and Peanut now. You see the K punches online. You just that knowledge that something's the matter. Something's the matter. Something is going wrong, and I have to play around this. And sometimes, if you're Pink Fresh in this situation, you can play off that.
Yeah, oh, Creepooba's going for it early here, trying to find that 0 to death off stage. Doesn't find it just yet, but the Space Pirate Rush means he's going to get another chance.
Ooh. Coming out, getting just a little bit of damage. All right, just getting him in his face is just shield. It's like, what are you going to do? You going to grab me? I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, so wow. Scary.
These air dodges from Creepooba, exactly where they need to be. But it's only keeping him alive. It's not getting him advantage, and Pink Fresh is throwing him out there knowing that, hey, I don't need to necessarily kill. I just need to continue to harass and continue to keep Creepooba on the defensive. Right in the mouth. Opened the jaws there to get the plasma breath out, and Pink Fresh just chucks a dragon arm right in.
That was a really good find there. Not sure if it was optimal with the iron. Not, doesn't matter. We're at even stocks. Sometimes I feel like you need it just as a mental reset. It's like, okay, cool. We're still even. It's still fine. This is return back to neutral. Pretend it was a 2-stock game from the beginning.
Right.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, the grab.
Oh, that's so much damage. Here's 71% now. How to get off ledge. All right, good. Just falling there. Sometimes the simple stuff works.
Creepooba really utilizing the wings here to go high enough to not only clear the arm, but clear the ram as well to catch these nair punishes. And that is getting him back on the ledge, where we've seen some other players not be able to. Players didn't have the characters with that tool available. So that's definitely a game changer here in this matchup.
How do you land? Ooh, aggressively that down air. It doesn't matter. It's not punished. And now you're on ledge against Pink Fresh. What do you do? What do you do? Ooh, just trick it up. Again, so some stuff just works. That's the thing, you only have so many options off stage, so it's just a matter of getting into your opponent's head and make them think, try and convince them that you're going to do a specific thing, and then you do the opposite.
Yeah, just excellent mix up there, waiting out the options, trying to wait for Pink Fresh to get jittery to find the back air, but Pink Fresh comes back from the Angel platform with a megawatt nair to even the stocks up once again.
And Ridley's back air is just so strong. Is that you get them on stage sometimes. Wait. Okay,
hold on.
We're fine. Never mind?
Oh.
Never mind. They're still doing it. They're still on ledge. Okay, we're back. We're fine.
There is a stage, folks. we could play there.
Just because one of you has wings does not mean that it's fair for both of you to play off stage. That's a good amount of damage. 2 fireballs into the dash attack. I freaked out. That's interesting. It's clanking. I guess the hitbox on the tip of Ridley up B really coming in clutch.
Yeah, the tip of that hitbox does have, I believe it is armor. It might be intangibility. I always forget which one is which. But yeah, the very tip of that is difficult to challenge because of that.
Good rolling. Scary rolling. Is this Megawatt enough? Not enough. Ridley's a big boy. Not huge. Wait. Man.
Wow.
Pink Fresh is so good at finding these hits off stage. We'll just go toe-to-toe. It's like, I don't care how low you're going to go. I don't care where you're going to go. I'm going to find this hit. You're going to be dead, and I'm going to win the game.
Yeah, just... And in that situation, I mean, there was a lot of, throughout that set, Creepooba finding the advantage through aggressive options, even like just out of disadvantage. Like the second Creepooba was back, feet on the floor, something aggressive coming out to pull the trigger there. And there even looked like there may have been a moment after getting back to the ledge that last time where there was an opportunity and there was hesitation. But when you're at that percent, last stock in a grand final set,
yeah,
you know, that's going to be the moment that you're going to hesitate to pull the trigger on something like that.
Yeah, man, that's where the nerves come in. This is not to do with the game. This track right now, I've not heard before, but Pink Fresh is bopping to it in the player cam, and that always gets me hyped. Pink Fresh is vibing to some good music.
I believe this is one of the Tekken tracks.
Interesting. That explains why I don't know enough about it. Oh my
no.
God! What a good trade!
No!
That's so good. When you're that high up in percent, sometimes it's just like, you know what? I trust myself on these next 2 stocks. If you can find this, you know, reset. Wow.
Difficult problems demand creative solutions.
Hey, you know what? That's a nice way to word that. All right, now Pink Fresh and Creepooba at 2 stocks. What are you going to do?
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Able to tether high just over the nair there. But Creepooba is not playing around off stage right now.
No, really. Creepooba's definitely trying to just say, okay, here are my strengths. I'm going to show you how strong my character is off stage. But unfortunately for Creepooba, not finding the hits that they need.
Yeah. Of course, Pink Fresh not playing around at all anywhere.
Yep.
Just constant lethality. Megawatt, almost the stock, but you know that laser coming. Oh.
Wow. Good on Pink Fresh getting these finds. And now, obviously, and that's the point where you realize that it worked out. Wait.
Oh, the immediate retaliation.
It is.
The immediate retaliation.
I was going to say, like, immediately it was worth it that Pink Fresh went for that Dare suicide kill because, you know, it worked out. You got the stock first, but now you're starting to question, like, okay, it wasn't really worth it. But Creepooba at 70% during my few second monologue.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this ledge pressure, too, just nearly impossible to get back. And such a big body, too. And Pink Fresh is so on point with the timing, even with when the iframes are going to wear off. There's a bunch of factors that go into when you run out of iframes on ledge. And Pink Fresh apparently knows all of them.
Wow. And that's the, dare I say, that's the reset. All right, Pink, sitting pretty. Says, all right, winner semis, don't care. 3-0, one more set, let's run it.
Yep, this is Creepooba's last chance here. Needs to find this set if he wants to win his first grind tournament here. It would be a huge, a huge point on the old resume.
That's what I think. I mean, no matter what, huge props to making it this far regardless. But I feel like it's definitely getting the tournament win is just such a factor of like, man, I made this happen. So
yeah.
Good luck to both competitors as we get into our final set for the night, the Grands Reset. Creepooba and Pink Fresh both in loser side bracket now. Let's see what happens. Back on PS2 as we start here in MDVA.
Yeah, Creepooba coming out aggressively here, trying to apply as much pressure as possible, just doesn't want to allow any kind of situation where Pink Fresh can start to hog up stage space.
I love the reverse in there. It just looks so swaggy, I swear.
It looks really cool. It's effective also.
Yeah, because you can get that F jump off of it too, so it's like, you get everything you want out of it. All right, how do you get off ledge? Again, just you're gonna keep it simple.
Yeah, Creepooba has been showing a whole lot of ability to get off ledge in these situations at lower percents. It's when the ledge iframes wear off that the problems start to happen. Pink Fresh is incredible about finding the first frame that you're vulnerable on that ledge and punishing it. And also just punishing every option you put out in the disadvantaged state with something huge.
Creepooba tried to land 2 or 3 times, and Pink Fresh was just there every single time. Just catching it, just knowing exactly where you're gonna go. You're gonna air dodge into stage, I got you covered. You're gonna air dodge your platform, I got you covered. I'm going to kill you. Like, that's just it. Now Creepooba has to answer off stage, unable to find it, barely getting back to ledge.
That Space Pirate Rush, such a huge tool here. The fun fact that I actually heard from Creepooba himself is that if you are above percentage-wise compared to Ridley, like if you have more damage on you than Ridley does, you cannot mash out of that.
Yeah, it's just nothing, which is why like you shouldn't waste your time at all. But if you're under, then you should try and mash out, and from there try and figure out what the Ridley's gonna do. Because a lot of people try and just immediately attack after they break out, but Ridley's jab is like frame 4, which is pretty quick. So it's all about that mind game. But yeah, you heard it here. If you're above percent, don't try to match out. Don't waste your energy. Figure out what you're doing next.
Yeah, don't wear your controller down.
Yeah.
Once again, immediately, the second those iframes are gone, it's just, that's it.
So you gotta make some sort of, you gotta figure out your play on ledge in the short amount of time that you have. That's the second time Pink Fresh is not able to recover.
That's the matchup, man. The second someone's 4 feet off stage, they are in mortal peril.
Yep. Hello? That was a funny sight we have seen all week.
That was a creative option at that particular spacing too, but it worked out. And now Pink Fresh off stage again for no trade this time. Creepooba is not having that.
Good on Pink Fresh to just try and find it, you know. Percent's starting to go Creepooba's favor, so if you're Pink Fresh, you're thinking, I can find the kill before I die. That's so close.
Still alive.
I think they're gonna be able to make it back for now. The air drift's enough. No, it's not. 3 times Mimmin died off the bottom of the stage, not the side, nothing else. Creepooba taking game 1, and that's big. That is important.
Here's what I find incredible right now in this with that game. Creepooba, you know, took the 0-3 for the winner's side of this set, right? And the adaptation has actually just been more aggression. A lot of times you hear advice as a Smash player, someone reviews your VOD or something, and one of the first things you'll hear if you're a lower end player is someone will be telling you, stop holding forward. But Creepooba is, in this situation, holding forward, and it appears to be the right play.
It's so, because like if you're playing anywhere farther away, then Mimmin's winning.
Right, exactly. You cannot afford to not hold forward.
There are a few characters in this game where at some point you start to play their game. I think Mimmin teeters on that line where when you're fighting against Mimmin, it feels a little less traditional because you really got to play the game that they are playing if you want to beat them. And if you play running away, then, you know, one of the two is going to win, and it's not going to be you. But you hold in a little more, you get into that bubble, that zone, and you pressure the Min-Min, make Min-Min pick options that aren't the right options.
Yeah, and
they're doing pretty well.
Pink Fresh, again, is just applying so much pressure here, forcing a get up and just punishing it with the other arm. And you only got so long on this ledge.
Wow. You have one arm, you get through the one arm, you got another arm coming. It's like you gotta get through them. Pink Fresh beautifully placing that F tilt. Or forward, sorry, just the arms come out.
Creepooba trying to catch the tether there with the up B. Not quite able to find it, but that's a spicy option. If that connects a little later, that might be on the highlight reel.
Jumping
so
over.
high.
Yep. I mean, hey, Min doesn't have a move that hits you, up there.
It's like the one place she doesn't have a move to hit, honestly.
Honestly. And even if sometimes her move ends and so she up smashes, and it's like, oh, right. Scoops.
Well, Creepooba taking every victory in the advantage state possible at the moment.
Good falling there. They're able to stuff out any sort of aggressive approach from Creepooba. Rough, how do you land? Good going high, but not enough. Pink Fresh is waiting for you. Understanding once you're on the top platform, you got to get down somehow, and if you rush it, Pink Fresh is there for you.
Yeah, and that's now a 2-stock lead here from Pink Fresh, playing this game too so strong. That was the back throw at 0-2, but not going for the one of those zero death setups. Actually predicting that up B back on the stage and just spacing it out.
Honestly, it might have been a reaction because it was a little bit desperate from Creepooba, and I think it's the first time that they've gone for that. So it might just be like, okay, you're going to up B here, I'm just going to run back and punish you for it. I understand nobody wants to get 3-stocked in grands, but sometimes that's just how it is. You just mental reset, say, okay, it is 1-1. Effectively, best of 3 now. Take the time, take that energy, go into the next game.
Hey, I have a tip. If you get 3-stocked in the middle of an important set, just play middle of stage. It was stage.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't go back to it.
It was Battlefield. Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to small Battlefield. That other one,
Just say it was that stage and that matchup. That was the problem. Wasn't me. Wasn't them. It's just stage. Is it maybe a little salty? Probably.
Yeah, but
will it keep you in the right headspace? Also
exactly.
probably.
If whoever gets you through the event, man, is what helps you win the event.
On a small Battlefield, no third platform to get trapped on this time, and not a lot of space.
I would still think this is somewhat of a scare. It's so hard because trying to find out what stage Mimit doesn't do well on, it's like you see these platforms and Mimit does such a good job of hanging under the platforms and throwing moves out. So then how do you approach, in the aerial way that we've been seeing people? We saw a little bit of Dexter doing. Wait, might find the kill here. No, not enough. Pink trying to go for the down air again. Second time it didn't work out though.
The variety of movement options Creepooba is using to move in as well. I mean, you're seeing some aggressive air dodges in, that. Aggressive rolls in. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Good find. Good find. Getting that stock. You're absolutely right too. Creepooba making sure to mix up whether he's approaching from the ground. That's it.
Oh no.
Stop. Pink Fresh in you with just a small slap off stage. You're done. Your jumps are gone. You're up B. You're out of range. Die.
Both jumps not available there. Oh.
But you are just correct. Creepooba approaching grounded, approaching from the air. Definitely making sure to mix it up. Keep Pink Fresh on his toes. And then Pink Fresh able to stuff out any sort of approach Creepooba has. Back though, you're off stage. That's where you don't want to be.
Yep, now we're back at this ledge situation. But again, going up and high over the Ram forward smash.
Good punish. What do you get from it? Up tilt. No! Okay, so I think Pink Fresh, the down air just made Mimin duck a little bit under the up smash because I know I've seen that up smash connect on Mimin before. Pink Fresh missing these down airs. You get it once. Good find. Now who's holding the ledge too long, Creepooba says. Smugly.
Yeah, you've been doing this to me all set. It's my turn.
All right, good just run up grab, just knowing that, Creepooba trying to deploy this aggressive shield and Pink Fresh is ready for it. Get up off ledge. Good, and then just patience afterwards. Even better after Pink Fresh has already said, I'm going to punish you for shielding. But Creepooba does not care. Barely holding on to life.
Can go high, though, this time, which is an advantage. Opts for the ledge regardless, though.
Beautiful find. See, these platforms are so rough. That's why I wonder, how good the stage was going to be, because I know Pink Fresh can get a lot off it, even if Ridley can as well. Good finds, 50%. And you're making it back. Got a little scared there.
That's how you hold on to resources. You use those other movement options first and hold on to that jump. Only go for jab 1, trying to condition into the grab afterwards. Spicy didn't quite work out though. Pink Fresh just looking for an aggressive option and able to find a hit out of it.
So scary. What are you gonna do? Pink Fresh trying to catch your landing no matter what. You're finally off the platform, but now Pink Fresh able to stuff out your grounded approach, and you're back on ledge.
And Creepooba goes from being a stock up this set to being last hit here.
Good parry. Not finding a hit off of it, and it doesn't matter. The Nair, that Megawatt's so beefy, and if you hold in, which you most likely are if you're trying to approach Min Min, you're going right up the top.
No kill flash from that, no ceremony, just a stock, and the game ends.
Yeah, because I think that's it. I think with proper DI, you probably would have lived there, but unfortunately, that's what makes it. I feel like that's why we see a lot of players when they get hit by the Nair, they're already holding in, because as we've been talking about the whole set, pushing in towards Min is kind of the play. That's kind of the game plan. So you're going to be holding in a whole lot, trying to reach her, and then she finally throws out one of her quicker-ish options that covers around her, that Nair, and you die. And there's no splash screen, and you think, oh, all right, next game.
Yeah. So game 4 here, going to Smashville. And Creepooba's got to make every stock count here, because this is the tournament on the line, at least.
No!
Okay.
Not what you want to see. I mean, if you're Creepooba, you're like, okay, take those. But I always feel like it's just, you never want to see an SD. Pinkfish doesn't care. It says, all right, let's even up. I really don't care. Reset.
Unbelievably mentally resilient. I mean, just...
Pinkfish has been doing this a long time. Good wait, not just wasting the jump. This is a Creepooba fares you again. All right, this aggression finally being punished now. I think Pinkfish doing a really good job stuffing out everything that Creepooba tries to do. Pinkfish is playing so well.
Every option Creepooba put back there to try to get enough distance to make it back to the stage.
Yep.
Pinkfish is right there with something to stuff it out. Even if it wasn't a huge hit, even if it wasn't a kill maker on its own, just something to drain that resource and keep Creepooba as far from the ledge as possible. And now look at this, playing the platform too, staying on top of the top platform here on Smashville, at least momentarily, to force Creepooba to overcommit high, and now has center stage here. Exactly what you don't want to see from this character on that stage.
And that's it. I mean, God, you throw that move out and you're on the ledge. That's the thing. That's where Min is just so scary. I mean, Min's scary in a whole lot of places. But man, that megawatt's flowing at you, and you could be at 80%, you could be at 40%. I really don't care. That move's gonna scare the hell out of you.
And as tense as that grand final set was, and how much back and forth occurred in those games, the final game comes down in only just over 1 minute and 15 seconds.
I mean, these two players, they're playing aggressively. You know, Creepooba definitely trying to get in as much as possible, and then finally, I think Pinkfish really picking up on that and just punishing all these tendencies that Creepooba had. Pinkfish playing so unbelievably smart, and I really think that shouldn't go understated. Pinkfish is such a brilliant player at this game, playing this so many different games, playing through Brawl,